concept for the design of Other Desert Cities, we really wanted to focus on the elements, so earth, air, fire, and water. Each character represents a very main element, but they all have like small smatterings of the other elements in them too. So you look at Lyman, and there's a line in the show where she says that he's an old oak tree, and that's very earthy, and so we have him in like a lot of greens and browns and grays to represent stone and grass and trees. And the materials of his costume are stiffer, they're cleaner, their lines are more shaped. And then you have Silda, who has a lot of water in her. She's very all over the place. She's kind of a force to be reckoned with, just how water can be a force to be reckoned with, like in hurricanes. She just flows through here, so she has a lot of wind and a lot of water in her. You can see that in her costume, and that like we stuck with blues, and we have this beautiful silver that comes into it. The color story in my design was very important. I wanted to capture all of the elements, but I also wanted to have a lot of colors of the desert, and you can see how each color ties into all of the other characters. Brooke especially is connected to pretty much every single other character. You see the brown that she has, and that's connected to Lyman, and then you see this beautiful blue flowy cardigan that she wears. It's very connected to Silda, and it's a little harder to see how she's connected to Polly because none of her colors are the same as what Polly has on. And I liked that because then it's not necessarily that the colors are matching, but that the state of the colors are matching. You can still see that both of them have this softness to each other. Josh gave me this challenge at the beginning of my designing where he wanted the colors to stand out from the set but also blend into it.
So in the set and lighting, we expand on the idea of using elemental forces to sort of talk about the grounding of these characters and the play and everything. And so the set reflects that in a couple of ways. First of all, the choice of textures throughout is like earth, and the openness of the windows, the clear story windows up above, the fact that there's no glass in the windows is the idea of airiness, as well as the set sort of floating, hovering in space. And we have a fireplace in which, at different points in the play, we have a little higher or lesser awareness of the fire going on, but the fire is always there. And then outside the window, we have a swimming pool, and so that represents water. So we have our four elemental forces going on that are combining to create this world.
I feel like the costumes bring out the best parts of the set, and the set brings out the best part of the costumes. They all work together.